Welcome once again to the Lester Witherspoon Real Estate and Investment Program. This is your realtor and investor, Lester Witherspoon, saying, welcome to our program. We're glad to have you. I'm always happy that you can take off time of your business schedule to be a part of our program. We thank you because we know you all have a very busy schedule, but it's always good to learn. It's a good thing to learn about what's happening, especially if you are involved or planning to get involved in purchasing a property or selling your property. If you want to know what's happening in the real estate world. Now, this is an educational program, a real estate educational program, where we educate you about the real estate market and how to go about buying a property or how to go about selling your property. So if you know anyone who thinks about buying or selling, please invite them to our program. We'll be glad to have them. If you know anybody who thinks about buying or selling, feel free to give me a call. And just let me know. I'll be glad to reach out to them. My cell phone number is 302-310-0621. Again, my cell phone number is 302-310-0621. And my business direct number is 667-290-5051. Again, my business number, 667-290-5051. So glad to have you. Feel free to call or text me. Or just click on the link, put a comment there, and I will get back to you at my earliest possible time. So, but for today, we'll be talking about earnest money. Earnest money. What is earnest money in the home buying process? What is earnest money? Now, normally the shortcut for earnest money, what you call it EMD, Earnest Money Deposit. Now, in short, earnest money is a good faith deposit that the buyer makes to the seller during the home buying process. Earnest money is a good faith deposit that the buyer makes to the seller during the home buying process. Now, let's just talk about a little bit more how it works. All right. Just like a contract. If you have a contract, you have an offer, you have an acceptance, and then you have what you call consideration. That's the good faith to show that, yes, I'm serious, I'm committed. This is the good faith to show you that, yes, I'm serious about this contract, and this is a guarantee to show you that, yes, I want to move forward. It's the same thing with the real estate contract. Real estate offer is a contract. The buyer tells the seller, say, look, I want to buy a property, and I'm putting this amount down to show my own seriousness about getting and purchasing this property. You see? So the buyer puts down this deposit as a guarantee, as a surety to let the man know, yes, I'm serious and I want to move forward with this contract. I'm interested in your property to purchase the property. You see? So that's how it works. Now, when you want to buy a property, your realtor will submit an offer on your behalf of the buyer to the seller. So the realtor for the buyer submit an offer to the seller to say, my client is interested and these are the terms and conditions in which you would like to purchase your property. Because the contract, that offer, it has all the terms and conditions of the whole contract. You see? So he's spelled out, I want to purchase it, I want to purchase for this amount, X, Y, Z amount, whether that's 300, 400, 500,000, you put it in the contract. You want to know the terms of the contract. And again, it's good to put some contingency. We'll come to that later on. These contingencies will protect you. We'll come to that. We're going to protect your EMD. But these things all have to be spelled out in the contract. You see? Because in real estate, everything has to be documented. If it's not documented, it will not be considered in a real estate contract. Everything needs to be documented. So you submit, your agent will submit that offer, which spells out all the terms and conditions of that contract in which you want to use to purchase that property. And you see, and then he attaches the EMD, which is the earnest money deposit, to show that good faith that, yes, I'm interested and I'm moving forward based on the terms and conditions of the contract, and then you move forward with that. So that's how it works in a nutshell. So earnest money plays a key part in a home buying process. It shows you that you are serious, you want to move forward, and you're giving that money in good faith that you are interested and want to move forward with that contract. Now, the next question I want to look at is how much normally should somebody put down as an earnest money deposit? Now, the earnest money deposit varies. It varies from maybe 1% to up to 3% of the sales price of that property. In some cases where the market is stiff and the competition is high, some people go as high as 10%. Earnest money deposit they put down. That's to show, and again, earnest money deposit can be negotiable because some buyers they can say, I only want serious. Some sellers can say, I want serious buyers, and because they want serious buyers, they will try to increase the amount. You know, some will want a fixed cash amount. That's what they want. Or they say, okay, if those who serious will make an earnest money deposit will have 7,000, 10,000, they come with that amount. You see, because they want that money, the one that they show that their seriousness, that you are very serious and you want to move forward with the contract. So once you show that you're serious and by giving a higher amount, that buyer knows that you will not easily walk away from his contract because you want to lose $7,000, $10,000. So they show that you are very serious. That's why you put that high amount down. So most sellers will say they want 3% or maybe something higher than 3%. You see, and some will go as high as maybe 10%. So, but it all depends on it's negotiable too during the process. You can negotiate it and say, okay, I'll give 3%, or so now I give 5%, so I give 10%, or so now I give a fixed cash amount, or maybe $10,000. You know, but it's negotiable. You see, it is negotiable. Now, but the buyer, I'm telling you now, buyers, to show you that you are very serious about purchasing and moving forward, the higher the amount you give, the more serious the seller will take you and will consider your offer. Now, these are some of the tactics that people play in order to make sure that they are considered during this home buying process and making sure that the offer is considered all other offers during the home buying process. So it's very important. So if you really want to show the seller that you are serious and you move forward, you want to turn back, sometimes you're going to step your earnest money deposit up. You know, because if you know that, say, no, this man want to lose $10,000 or $8,000 or $7,000, so you will definitely move forward with the contract. Now, the next thing we want to know is, how is the amount paid? How is the earnest money deposit paid? Now, earnest money can be paid several ways. You can make a payment for earnest money deposit. The first way is through a certified check. You can make the earnest money deposit payable through the certified check. And most sellers will prefer a certified check because certified check does guarantee funds. It shows that you have that money and you're making that payment. That it will not bounce, you know. Or some people also will say, okay, I will make a wire transfer. That means just transfer the money from their account to whoever account that you all agree upon. Because in that contract, you will state who will hold that earnest money deposit. In the contract that is agreed upon, where you have signed, the seller have signed, it now becomes a ratified contract. Both parties agree, say, look, this brokerage will hold the earnest money deposit, or this law firm will hold the earnest money deposit, or this title company. But either one of them, out of the three, can hold the earnest money deposit. So it can either be a brokerage, can hold the earnest money deposit, or it can be a law firm. If the law firm will be doing the closing, whichever agreed upon, that this person will be doing the closing, you can use that person to hold the earnest money deposit. So if you're using a title company, the title company can hold it. If you're using a law firm, the law firm can hold it, or a brokerage can also hold your earnest money deposit. So either of these three can hold that earnest money deposit and use it when it's time for closing. Because the earnest money deposit is just held temporarily. It's being held and it will not be used until we reach the closing. The earnest money deposit is applied to the buyer down payment or closing costs. So that title company or the brokerage will turn it over to what title company is when we reach to that time, or the title company itself. We hold it and we apply that earnest money deposit either towards the down payment or towards the closing cost to move to close the property, to finally close the property. You see? So making the earnest money deposit, you can give high because in the end, it will be used also to ensure that it's going towards your closing cost or your down payment. You see? So either one of the three can hold your earnest money deposit. Either one of the three. Yeah. So either one of them can do that to move forward. Now, the next question some of people want to ask is my earnest money refundable? Well, earnest money, I'll be honest with you, earnest money is not always refundable. It is not always refundable. Now, it is based upon you, the buyer, how you moving forward. You see? But there are ways that it can be refundable, yes. And there are other ways that it will not be refundable. Now, let's talk about ways that it will not be refundable first. Now, you will not get your money back, that earnest money deposit back, because normally when you default on the contract, on the offer, that you moving forward and doing you processing the loan and all that stuff, and you are at fault that you cannot close, that seller 9 out of 10 times will come after you for that earnest money deposit. That seller will come after you because you see what happens when your offer is accepted. The seller tells the listing agent he has to move the property off the market. That means they're not accepting the offer for that time period, and definitely did not look at anything else. They're working on your offer. You see, so they will come after your earnest money deposit because you have wasted their time. The time they took to be wasting on processing your offer and all that, you can be using it to get other offers coming in. So they will come after that earnest money deposit. So if you want to make sure that you do not lose their money, make sure you have all your ducks in line, make sure that you have done your homework well, and make sure that you're ready to move forward without contract. Then you don't have nothing to worry about. But if you falter or you can't move forward because of your negligence, 9 out of 10 times, the seller will come after your earnest money deposit. He will come after it. Now, the good news for buyers also that there are ways you can get your money back to. Yes. One of the first ways is that through a home inspection. You see, in the contract, your agent, your realtor have to put in that contract that you will get you can walk away from the contract if there are material issues with the property and the seller refuses to do the repairs. Then you can walk away and get your money back. You are not at fault. So, but it must be included in the contract through what you call contingencies. Once you got contingencies, your agent have included contingencies in the contract with the home inspection contingency to state that I will buy the house contingent upon the good report from the home inspector. That's a contingent. So I can condition you setting upon purchasing a property. You see? Or the second way you can get a property is through the appraisal. Because when you buy a property, you got to go get the money from the lender. Now, the lender will set an independent appraisal to do a assessment of that property to make sure that the amount that the seller will question for that property is worth that amount. So when an appraiser does his assessment, he will come back with either three answers. Either one of these. He will either say that the property is worth the amount, that means it's equal to the amount, good, you can move forward, or the property is what the asking price you're asking for is below what the amount the property is worth, which is good news. That means you as the buyer, you buy that property with equity in the property. That's good news for you. You can move forward with the closing. So these two conditions, fine. You add up equal to the property, the price, you can move forward, or the house is valued more than what is being asked for. It's good. But if that appraiser come back and say the amount of the property is below the asking price, it's an issue right there. That means you can close. Because the bank will not give you more than what the appraiser says. The seller has to make a decision to either drop that price to what the appraiser have appraised, assessed the house to be, or you can walk away from that contract and get your earnest money deposit back. You can do that. You see? So, but it all depends. You see? So, the home inspection, that one way you can get your money back through home inspection. The second way is through the appraisal. If the property value based on the assessment is lower than what the sales price is, you can walk away from that contract and get your earnest money deposit back. The third way you can get your earnest money deposit back without any problem is if you're already a homeowner, you want to sell your house before you buy your other house. That means your agent again have to put that contingency in the contract, in the offer. To say my client, the buyer, will purchase your property based on the fact that if he can sell his property, then he can be able to buy a property. But if he can't sell his property, he'll not be able to buy a property. You see? So it's contingent upon the sale of your property before you can be able to buy the other property. If your property cannot sell, then you're not obligated to buy that property. You can walk away. You see? So it's contingent. Your purchasing of this property is contingent upon the sale of your own property that you currently have. So it's another way you can get your money back. You can walk away and get your money back. My property can sell. I can move forward with the contract because my property have not sold or it cannot sell. And you can walk away from the contract and get your earnest money deposit back. You see? So these are some good ways in which you can get your money back. You see? So there are three ways. The last and final way in which you can get your money back is through your financing, which is key. When you want to buy a property, you have to get financing to purchase that property. And now in the property, you have your financing. You got the FHA financing. You got to get either a VA loan. You got to get sometimes you get a conventional loan, USDA loan, but in order to purchase, you have to qualify and be approved for that loan. Now, so your buyer again will put that contingency to say my buyer will buy a property if he gets approved for the loan. So if you don't get approved, you can walk away, get your earnest money deposit back. So these are grounds in which you can get your money back without any problem. First, through home inspection, you can get your money back. If the property has problems and the seller don't want to fix it, you can walk away and get your money back. If the property is lower than what the asking for the asking price, if the person says is lower, you can walk away and the seller refuses to make the adjustments, you can walk away from that contract and get your earnest money deposit back. Third, you can get your money back if that purchase of that property is contingent upon you selling your own property. If you have a property, it's contingent upon that, you can also get your money back because your property have not sold. You cannot buy his property because your property have not sold. And lastly, the fourth way is based upon the fact that you have to get approved for your loan in order to make the purchase. If you can get approved for a loan, you can purchase the property. You see? So these are ways you can get your money back without any problem, without any issue. You see? So you can get your earnest money deposit back. Definitely, you can get it back. You can get it back on these conditions. But you will not get it back if you are at fault. You are at fault. Now, the last thing we want to look at is you can put your buyer agent can protect you from losing your earnest money deposit by making sure the necessary contingencies are placed in the contract, in the offer, which we just stated earlier. That is, you got to place the inspection contingency. That's a way of protecting your earnest money, because that's a way to get out of the contract if you're not satisfied. You protect your earnest money deposit. You can protect your deposit also if there is an issue with the value of the property. You can get out, but you got to be stated in the contract. So you got to make sure the necessary contingencies are in place, are in that contract, to ensure that your earnest money is protected. And then you can easily walk away. You can get your earnest money deposit back without any problem. So today, I hope you are able to learn something about earnest money, because earnest money is a very key part in the home buying process, in the transaction. If you don't have earnest money, then there can be no contract, because the earnest money plays the consideration, that good faith that seals the contract up. The buyer signed it, the seller signed, you put the earnest money down, that seals the contract. They can move forward. So, if you have any questions regarding earnest money, or if you need any clarity, don't hesitate to call or text me. Reach out to me. My cell phone number is 302-310-0621. Again, my cell phone number is 302-310-0621. Or my business direct number is 667-290-5051. Again, my business direct number, 667-290-5051. Call, text me, or you just put a comment below, and I will definitely get back to you at my earliest convenience. If you know anybody who's thinking about buying or selling and need a realtor, don't have a realtor, I'll be glad to sit and talk with that person in more detail at the whole process work, and look at their own personal situation and see how best we can come up with a customized plan to make sure that they be able to move forward with the home buying process, with the home selling process. So I hope you learned something today, and share. Feel free to share this clip with anybody you think will be interested in learning more about the home buying process. But for now, I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the evening. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. It's getting cold. We're in the fall season right now, and I hope you stay warm, stay dry, and I will definitely keep in touch with you on a weekly basis. As a matter of fact, we're working on other ways of reaching out to you on a more consistent basis. But for now, bye for now. This is your realtor and investor, Lester Witherspoon, saying, I'll check you out soon again. Take care. Have a good day.